They've piled up.
The Thursday has slid in there as the new Wednesday, and it's got to change because Chris doesn't have the time, and he doesn't have as much time to edit either on this dyno.
I love Thursdays.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Yeah. Anyway, we're here. It's another episode of Sports and Spaghetti. We're up to 110. And today's globe on the stove is food from Thailand. Thai food. Nikki is in for a new experience today. You are going to eat multiple new things today.
Oh boy.
And so I'm already ready for the 5 of his score. Or 4 or 3.
Well, no, it's you, so he'll go 6-5. I could put out a Michelin star food. He'll be like 7-1.
Are you the lube? I
He's
gave him a
not- hey,
5 last week.
He's not glazing me. Of anybody, he's gonna rate me
Well,
low.
you
He's
made
gonna
those-
harder on
You
me.
made something decent last week. I gave it a 5
No, last week was good.
because of the sausage. You gave it like a 9. So what are you talking about? Only you.
Last week was
It was Brazilian.
Brazilian.
I gave him a 5, yo.
You
Something
shot-
that you called a
You
9.
did give him a 5.
Yeah. So what are you
I gave it a 9-2.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told you. I said I'm ready for this 5.
So why are you talking like something you, bro?
Hey, before we get started, I gotta ask you a question.
Okay.
All right, I told you I had a surprise for you,
Uh-huh.
so I gotta ask you, and I want you to explain a little bit of what was going through your mind at this moment in time. So this morning I get to work. Okay, I get to work about 7:15 this morning, and I'm cleaning my room. The kids are helping me. We're not doing anything, so I'm on my phone. They're on their phone. Who cares? So I'm on
I
my
know
phone.
where this is going.
I get onto Facebook just to see like what people's comments on the Dave Matthews Show were, because it was I told you before, it was really good, and everybody thought it was really good, not just me. Everybody, the hardcore fans, the casual fans, and then on the town page for New Fairfield, where neither of us reside, none of us reside. Mickey lives close to New Fairfield, but still not. There was a comment by you.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, and so a woman in New Fairfield was mad about people driving too fast and hitting baby deer and hitting other animals. And Anthony took exception. And then, after Anthony took exception, all of the women of New Fairfield banded together against you.
Did you then see my post? Where
Yes,
And then I
did.
gaslit every single one of them into agreeing with me. Every single one of them.
But the thing is, it looked like you chat GPT'd it.
No.
Because you put a brain emoji there.
Yeah.
I was like, is he really doing this?
I wanted to make it literally as obnoxious as possible.
Now let me ask you a question.
I crafted this for a while.
No, but I want to ask you about it. Why did you do it?
So I was in a 3-hour sales meeting today, and I was like, hey man, I'm in 1,000 different sales meetings all the time. This one I have to pay no attention to. I did my part right off rip, so I can kind of not pay attention for the rest of it. Sorry guys. And I was just scrolling, and I am your town's Facebook group's worst nightmare, because I don't hold anything back. Either side, I'll defend something that I don't believe in if I think it's funny.
He's absolutely right.
Oh, yeah.
He has, and somebody clocked his T on there because the woman goes, "We know you. We know none of something about your football buddies."
Oh, I didn't even read
Or
that.
something. She's like, "We know you, and we know you're bad news.
I didn't even
so
read
stay
that.
the F away from us," or something like that. That popped up
Oh,
there.
I gotta look
Farther
now.
down the comments.
Hold on.
Don't read exactly what was said
No.
because
I
it'll
gotta
waste
look.
time.
I gotta look now.
On your phone, huh?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
But somebody responded to Anthony. I mean, it was heinous what he was saying back to these
It
people.
really wasn't that bad. I kept it clean. I did not.
He said that the woman was some kind of undertaker.
Okay, did you hear any of this?
I was read the comments.
Okay, so long story short, she was complaining about animals getting killed. It's horrible. It happens all the time. Yeah, I get
Yada
it.
yada.
Driving slower does not do anything. yes, you can stop faster, but they're still going to jump out in front of your car. It's what happens.
I mean, the deer that hit my car ran into the
so
headlight
if you were
of my
driving,
car.
if you were driving a little bit faster, you probably could have been fine. Anyway, long story,
slower.
long story short, she's writing things. And she's like, "Oh, I've lived here since 1987,
Yeah.
and I'm seeing more roadkill. People need to slow down." And then she said. She finished it with, "I will continue running and burying the dead animals I find on my way." You're burying roadkill? And that's what I took exception to, because that's insane. So my response was, you've been running this road since 1987, and your solution to a rise in roadkill is personally burying them like some kind of suburban wildlife undertaker.
That line had me dying.
Maybe it's not the drivers who need to slow down. Maybe it's you who needs to stop treating Route 37 like a Disney movie gone wrong.
And so it continued. You don't have to go into the details of it, because that's the gist. He was they tried to eviscerate him after that. He is your town page's worst nightmare, because for no reason at all he started this fight.
Because he has time.
He had time.
And then the one of the women that kept coming back at me, she commented on my post. She was like, "If you were looking to get a rise out of people, it worked, because I want to yell at you in person." And I'm like, that's all I wanted. I wanted to ruin your day, and I did. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny is, I know for a fact she's gonna go to sleep thinking about this.
I think there's a special place in hell for you.
I don't know. It's rage bait.
It's
It is.
absolutely-
But he is like going against easy targets to rage bait, like the Karens of the world.
Oh, they're all Karens.
In other news, on my town Facebook page, I was on an absolute heater today. So somebody posts something, and they're like, "Hey, they're like, somebody broke into my garage and stole my sink. I swear to God." And it's this big double cast iron sink. And I commented, I'm like, "Listen, by no means am I pro theft." I was like, "But for them to go into your garage, take your sink and only your sink, and move out of there without anybody hearing it or seeing anything, so you can't even be mad. You gotta be impressed." And the
Oh my God.
original person was like, "Nah, true. That's true."
That's an unbelievable thing to steal. What is going on? Well, we have Thai food today. We have food from Thailand today. I wasn't going to say it. And so this week, I decided, Anthony sent me this really good looking recipe, and I said I was going to do beef, but I wanted to give Nick a chance to actually like it.
I like beef.
It was more of like a curry beef, and I made currywurst a few weeks ago, and so I didn't want to curry it up too much. So I made in honor of my students finishing school this week, I made a glazed chicken breast, and it's Thai glazed chicken. It's sweet and spicy, all in one. It's going to be served with Thai rice noodles, as well as some pickled vegetables that Sabrina helped me out with. If you hate them, direct your hate mail to Sabrina Walker. Okay?
I'm sure somebody will put it on a Facebook group, and then I'll get it there.
That's right. So it's over there off camera. I'm going to bring it over. We're going to plate it and eat it, and then we'll be back and let you know how it was. All right, everybody. Anthony and I have eaten, and we are back to see Nikki try the sweet and spicy Thai chicken, glazed chicken. I have to throw the glaze in there. So much glaze.
I've decided I don't like white food. I've learned this. There's nothing white I like. In
Ooh.
food?
Demonetized.
In food? I don't want to try these rice noodles.
Nick, let me tell you something, to be honest. The rice noodles are not the problem for you in this dish.
They are.
It's not going to be a problem.
It's probably everything but the rice noodles.
Alright, I'm gonna try each thing individually.
Nick, no. Take the noodle and eat the noodle with the chicken, okay? Take the
But
rice.
then I'm not gonna know what the noodles
Do you
taste
like pasta?
Sure.
Then that's fine.
But it's rice.
No.
Just a little bit of different texture.
It's not a taste thing. The noodle takes the flavor of what the sauce is. That's
Is this
why.
okay?
Yes, of course. For the first bite. you're not gonna worry about the taste of that rice noodle. No way. It actually called this dish to be made with rice, but I wanted to make it with a noodle. I wanted it to be a little bit different.
It's a good call.
Because I always make something with rice. And last week I did rice.
That's a really good call, though.
Okay.
So the next thing you need to try is the pickled vegetables. It's carrots and cucumbers.
I see that.
Okay, Sabrina helped me shred the carrots, so if the shredding is not good, that's her fault of the carrot. They're pickled in vinegar and
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that was a good sample. The pickled vegetables it was vinegar, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm too tired to remember. But I'll put the recipe up when I post this, and so it's on the screen right now. For both things, for both the chicken and the other thing. The recipe, I wanted to say, shout out to my mom. She's the one who actually put me onto this particular recipe earlier in the week. Anyway, all right, Nick, what'd you think?
It was actually okay. I actually didn't like the rice noodles though. That was the part I didn't like. The texture I didn't like. But otherwise it was fine. I'm gonna give it a 5.8.
All right.
So we'll talk about it a little bit. You kind of apologized right at the beginning. You're like, oh, it's cold, I could heat it up. I'm glad you didn't. The cold rice noodles, the cold vegetables, the kind of warm chicken,
I agree.
I very much like that. I'm a spice guy, you know this about me. I'm a pickle guy, you know this about me. Chris, this has tied, aside from our straight 10 of the Brigadero, this has tied the highest rating I've ever given. This is a 9.8.
You really liked that.
This is a 9.8. I would order this at a restaurant.
Wow, I'm honored by that. Thank you. You know, you just made my Thursday. Are you trying to glaze me?
Where did he lose out on the point too?
Yes.
I haven't given a 10 though. I'm saving a 10 for like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever
I'm
had.
setting you up, brother.
You said it when you were eating it. What was it missing?
It's missing. Oh man.
Jesus.
Wow, it has been a long Thursday. If it were up to me, I would add snap peas to it, just because I like snap peas, but it didn't need it.
Thank you. Honestly, with the week and the day I've had, not a bad day, just a busy, crazy, long day. One where I got home at 1 a.m. this morning and then had to do a full day. And now I'm here. That made my day. Thank you. That made it worth it right there with you saying that. I really liked it. I'm surprised. I kind of surprised myself with the time that I had to make this happen. I surprised myself. I'm really happy that you rated it that. I really enjoyed this dish. And I'm going to give it a straight 9.
I'm switching mine after consideration. I'm switching to a 6.2.
Thank you. Why? What made you switch?
I reserve 6s for and above for food I would eat again in a complete pinch if I needed to.
Oh, I like
I
how
do
he
like
has
that.
that rating
I
system.
do like that.
So under a 6 means even if you were in a pinch, you probably would go for the Entenmann cookie instead.
I would probably go for I'm just not going to eat today.
Okay, but a 6 and up means
If we're out in the woods camping and someone brought this to me, I'm going to demolish it probably.
Dude, there's a lot of above 6s,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
We're broadening your horizons.
and you ate a lot of new food just then.
Yeah, no, everything was fine. I don't know what you guys were tripping about. I just really didn't like the rice noodles, honestly. If it was normal noodles, I actually probably would have really liked this dish. Straight up.
Yeah, like I might put this in rotation, honestly.
Well, I'll send you the recipe. My God, it's very easy. Remember how I told you last week, do not make it on a weeknight? This, I had,
Make it
it said 45 minutes. Yeah, well, it was done in 30. So, it can be done. But yeah, wow. All right, so what was the overall score?
So the overall score was an 8.33 one thing we want to start doing, because this is a sports show, we want to kind of align our ratings with an athlete.
I think we should start right now.
8-3,
I've got one.
let it rip. First one that comes to mind, let it rip.
Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
That's the first name that popped up when you said 8.3.
Why don't we just start doing that? We don't each do one. First one that pops up, we just rock with it.
I like it.
Give me Jamal Murray. He made it all season long, but in a pinch, when in clutch time, when you really need him, hold
There
around.
you go.
I'm gonna go. This is Christian McCaffrey, brother. It's versatile. It could do a lot of things, but if it's not at the top of its game, it could let you down.
I love it.
So,
8.3. Oh, that's fun.
I like this.
That'll get the people going on the top.
I like this. I like this.
Oh, man, oh, man. All right. Let's keep it rolling. Where's my fig tree?
Chris,
I was told that on Mother's Day that my birthday present would be here the following week, and I still don't have it, and now my birthday's coming up in 2 weeks.
before you answer, while we're at it, where's my $90? Because I was told that I was gonna get it after you got your big boy paycheck, and I heard you got your big
The
boy.
paycheck's been in there less than
I
24
heard you were
hours.
loaded now. That's
You know
what I
what?
was told.
You know, Apple Pay.
I was told he's loaded.
so we have a problem, Chris. I'm still gonna get your birthday present.
Oh, do we?
I've become so attached to this tree.
What is wrong with you? You have it? You didn't-
Yes. Yes. I took it home. I was going to bring it to you. I forgot it one of the days we were doing it. So I'm like, oh, I guess I have to take care of it. And then we both forgot about it. And now
I
it's
didn't
in,
forget. I was just biding my time.
and now it's in front of my doorstep. If you watch me on the Ring camera, maybe I could send you a video. Every morning when I leave for work, I pat the leaves on it.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all.
I'm monitoring the growth of this thing.
I'm not surprised at
I
all.
love this
The
plant, Chris.
same guy demonizing, booming on.
I'm not surprised at all, but that's him.
You're still gonna get a birthday present.
I can't believe this.
I love this plant, Chris.
I can't believe it.
He actually took your birthday.
He
present.
took
I
my
did.
birthday present.
I did,
for
and
himself.
I tried everything I could to get you another one. I went to the mother tree and I'm like, hey, any more saplings? And they're like, yeah, man, no, we're tapped out for this year. I was like, no, I want to keep this one. So we'll work on it.
And he's saying
I'm keeping
that
this
he's
tree.
keeping the tree.
I'm keeping this tree.
It's not up for discussion.
No, this tree belongs.
That is his tree
This tree
now.
belongs at 120. I'm not gonna say it. Bleep that out. I
Oh
almost
my
doxed myself.
God. He said, I'm not giving you your present because it's mine now.
See, I wish I should just kept my mouth shut and said, hey, I already got you your present and not told you what it was.
That's right. Listen, now it's your turn. I said I owe you a round of golf.
I'm in a pinch. Well, I'm not in a pinch. I would prefer the cash.
That's insane.
You see how family gets with money?
What
I
do you
said,
mean?
I got you next round.
Yeah,
I got you
it would
next
have to be a
round.
financially equivalent round. But what's the difference between giving me cash and paying for my round?
We'll see what the boss says.
What boss?
V.
I'm the What do you mean? What's the difference between cash and a round of golf?
Because it's not his money, it's their money, brother.
Yeah, and it was my money at one point too, wasn't it?
Got you there.
Very good.
And my golf balls.
He uses my clubs every time he goes out. So
I asked. You can say no,
and I need him this week.
and you could have them. I'm out for 3 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
I think I don't know, I was gonna go this weekend because Liam's coming up from PA.
Oh my God.
So I was either gonna golf this weekend, but it's supposed to be a washout, so we're probably gonna hit a sim. I don't wanna go to a sim, but.
I don't know why you're mad at me. This
For
guy
the
literally
record-
stole your birthday.
Whoa, don't deflect!
For the record, you both wronged me
We have.
today.
Oh, we have.
What the?
I am far from loaded. That money has already been allocated.
Listen,
Yeah, and
All I have-
$90 should have been allocated as well.
All I have to do is pull up with a fig tree on your birthday. Doesn't have to be the same one.
That's right. What? And I told him I have him
His
next
birthday
time we
from
play.
last year?
No, it was this year.
Oh.
And
I
I
just
told
got
him
the
I
new
have him the next time we play. That was the deal.
Yeah, I said I want the cash.
No,
Yes.
I'm not giving that to you.
I need it.
That's too bad. Get it somewhere else. Work harder. The bad of the week, from in no particular order, is Nikki and Anthony, because they both turned this into a let's
Started it.
poop on Chris show
Did he not start it with the fig tree?
after his day.
It is
You're
kind
an
of my
idiot.
fault.
It is your fault. You started this entire thing.
The two of them are on the bad of the week for taking my birthday
You're
present
the worst.
and demanding cash on
All the
air.
bad.
It's
You're
not.
the
It's
worst.
not even his birthday yet.
And you still took the fig.
Okay, I
He's
can
trying
still.
to tell you-
I can still provide him
Him
with the
lighting
thing.
me up for $90 in public in front of the millions.
Yeah, the masses.
My God.
Yo.
Anyway, the real bad is the fact that Aaron Rodgers still has a job in the
I thought
NFL.
that you were going to double down.
Okay? Oh, I am
It's
doubling
the
down.
fig tree.
Okay? He is a fig tree, if you will. Actually, that fig tree is worth more to me than him, or at least to you. He will be irrelevant before Thanksgiving. The Steelers already found out why. He's a problem. He's already asked for mental health days after signing a contract. What do you mean mental health day?
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with mental health day.
I know, but he just signed a contract.
Womp womp.
We're not in the middle of the season.
It's,
That's like asking for a mental health day in July.
it's like day 3 of camp.
This is like, yes, this is like the week of PD back at teaching. I need a mental health. He just signed a 1-year contract worth $13.7 million. I need a mental. Me too. Me too. That's the other bad. Nikki has an honorable mention bad. I'm going to get to that after the ad. And it's the ratings for the United States of the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, they're way down this year. ESPN and TNT posted 20 to 30% decrease in views from last season. Now, there could be a couple reasons for this. One of them is that it's a repeat, and the big hockey markets are not in the United States are not Sunrise, Florida. But I think maybe the big problem is that you can't get the apps to work. On the first episode of this show, I went on TikTok and said that the TBS app is garbage. It's still garbage. Half the time when I go on there and I put in the credential, it just dumps me back out. And I'm also not going to pay for 74 subscriptions. I got to get this subscription. I got to get this one. It doesn't cast to my TV. It gets all fouled up. Figure it out! It's been 2.5 years! That's the end. Nick, you have a bad.
This is called.
This is just the airing of grievances.
They call this a callback. And last week was ulnar collateral ligaments, and this week is volar plate avulsions.
I don't have an. I had a sprain, not an avulsion, and a contusion.
I fractured my pinky.
Can you imagine?
And I'm out of golf for like 3 weeks and basketball for like 4 to 6.
You know what? That stopped you, brother. There goes Nikki on the Grammys Grinders, playing through a broken pinky. Would have absolutely cemented you there.
Listen, man, if we do our 3-minute,
I'm coming dead last, right? I hope you guys know that.
if I play with this, I'll be last.
I don't know. Whenever I play with Nick, I come in dead last.
true.
I could be shooting in the 80s, and I'll play with him, and it'll be a 110.
Anyways, this is what my pinky looks like.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yes.
That's broken. There's a very clear broken bone.
There's a chip in that bad boy.
So my X-ray, MRI came back that I sprained my UCL. I mean, it still hurts a little bit, but the bruising is pretty much gone, and I don't have it on because at this point it was becoming a hindrance.
So
It was getting dirty.
also, I don't know. I know you're superstitious. Don't get rid of the brace,
No.
because if you get rid of it, as soon as you get rid of it, you're gonna need it again.
Nope,
I
I'm not
still,
getting rid of
I
it.
still have my full knee brace. I actually found it today when I was cleaning out my basement.
No, I'm not getting rid of that. No way. No way, Anthony. All right. Let's talk. Nick, you said something about Angel Reese earlier,
Yes.
and I just want to hit. I know it's off script, but
We always got room for you, Angel.
just say it.
If I remember correctly, 28% of her shots that she takes are blocked by the defender. And,
So 1 in 4.
yes, and, yeah.
Yeah.
And she currently has more turnovers than field goals made, which all of her field goals come from under the basket.
More turnovers than
Yeah.
shots made.
Yes, she turns the ball over. She gives the ball to the other team more than she makes the basket.
I saw her stat line the other night, and I forget which outlet did it. It was probably ESPN, and it said Angel Reese finishes with 4 points on 7 shots.
And they made it look like
And
it
I
was
was
a
like,
big deal.
wait.
Yeah.
You mean 2 for 7? Not 4. 2 for 7 with like 34 rebounds, and they were all to herself. There's a
The me bound, if you will.
Dude, she replied to one of her own tweets, and someone
I
said,
saw that. She's even rebounding that too.
She's even rebounding her own tweets.
There's an account on TikTok that bets on her to miss her
Yes.
first shot every night.
Yep.
They have a lot of money.
And they have made a lot of money.
I also love that Centel. You guys know what Centel is? For those that don't, it's NBA Central is like the official Twitter account for basketball stats and stuff. There's a fake Twitter account called NBA Centel that trolls people into thinking it's real tweets, and they'll just post the most absurd things. And yesterday, or 2 days
I'll find
ago,
an example.
she like had a decent game. She had like 13 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, whatever. And they posted it. Angel Reese tonight, 44 points, 22 rebounds, 11 assists, 0 turnovers. And it was just the most absurd thing. And now, like, they're getting all the WNBA fans riled up and stuff. It's awesome.
So here's an NBA Centel tweet. The Bucks are investigating reports that Doc Rivers hasn't updated his playbook since his Celtics tenure.
And it could be real.
Ben Simmons is expected to play, quote, at least 2 more years in the NBA. Report. Draymond Green has reportedly expressed interest in becoming Bronny James's stepfather.
Oh, that's good. Oh my
But
god.
they'll also post, like, scarily real ones, like Steph Curry is getting traded to the Spurs or something
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh man. Oh, shout out to Chris Kreider for not being a Ranger anymore. I still don't like him. But I hate the Rangers. Anyway, all right, let's talk a little hockey. So the Panthers and the Oilers here. The Oilers started off this series really well. They got a big overtime win. We talked about it last week, and since then it's been all Panthers. And it's here come the goaltenders making the difference again. And just in general, the Panthers are the better team, in my opinion.
I saw a TikTok that said how to score on Skinner. Step 1, shoot the puck. And the video ended.
So, I mean, the thing with Edmonton right now is they're playing dirty but legal hockey, and they're poking, they're throwing a little extra elbows, a little extra shoves here and there, getting away with the little trips and stuff like that, and they're just baiting Edmonton very similarly to how I baited those women in the Facebook. They're just baiting them into doing exactly what the Panthers want.
Yes.
And it's working for him. I mean, what did you expect when you have Marchand, Matthew Tkachuk, guys that are good at doing that? They're doing it, and it's working. And it's honestly it's impressive to watch. It
It
really
is. As much as I'm rooting for the Oilers to win this year, you have to tip your cap, really, to the work that the Panthers have done and the work that Paul Maurice has done there, because they really, really have a strong, structured system, and they've got a real good recipe for beating the Oilers. And
It also just shows the experience, the veteran.
yeah, I mean, Marchand has just been unbelievable for them. He's been the X factor that they needed him to be. This is exactly why they traded for him, and it's cool to see a move like that play out in a good way. Because so many times you see moves not pan out. I mean, countless teams load up. You saw Brock Nelson go to the Avalanche, and it's not that he didn't pan out. It's just that
He wasn't the piece they needed.
right, he didn't spark them offensively in the playoffs
Like this,
the way
like-
they wanted him
Like
to.
Marchand is literally the piece they needed.
Right, he made that team complete this season. And like you mentioned, you made mention of it, that Sergei Bobrovsky has looked fantastic. And it's just such a quiet presence in the net. I mean, he's got the cup, right? He's got the Vezinas. Nobody is questioning his play ever. Really, throughout his career, which is now a few wins away from being easily a Hall of Fame career. I mean, arguably he's there already. He is just so steady in that net, and you see the difference it makes when you're blowing the other team out 6-1 when you're the two best teams.
The series isn't over yet, and if there's one team that I think can pull it off, it's the Oilers. And I was gonna say that before I checked the score, and then I checked the score, and it's 3-3.
Well, they almost did it last year. They came back from down 3-0, but it's hard to me to beat this Panthers team right now. And again, it's funny that we're sitting here in the finals with the Panthers and with the Oilers, because these are two teams where we kind of said it when we were writing our brackets. These are two teams where there was really only one team that could have taken them out, and it was their first round matchup.
Yeah.
The only team that was going to take Edmonton, I think we said it on air, that the only team that can beat Edmonton is if the Kings jump on them when they were injured, and they didn't. And then we said the only team that can beat Florida is Tampa, and Tampa looked horrible in that series.
Yeah,
So
completely outmatched.
again, it was almost destiny for these teams to play again. And I mean, realistically, Panthers right now is that they are Thai food on the ice, spicy, sweet, balanced. They are hockey umami, if you would.
That was well done, Anthony.
Thank
That
you.
was excellent. I love that.
One thing not as excellent, right? We're in New England.
Ugh,
We're here.
tell me
We're
about
all
it.
Yankee fans,
Yep.
despite my Atlanta Braves hat. Why does the Yankees Red Sox over the last couple years, it's boring. There's no rivalry, and I don't know why.
First of all, okay, I've got a lot. You got something?
No?
I've got a lot to say about
Let
this.
them run.
I was thinking the exact same thing, and it's because Jakey,
Jake Botch?
Jake Botch posted something about this.
Oh,
He
I didn't
literally the other day, and I thought this is where he got it from because this is brilliant. We were both on the same page. He posted something, and it was him doing the whole voice thing, and it was a Yankee Red Sox game from like the mid 2000s, when Torrey was still the coach of the Yankees, and A-Rod made a great play from third base to record out at home. There was tension. The Yankee fans were booing the Red Sox fans out of the building. Pedroia, Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, just guys scared out of their shoes to face, Roger Clemens on the
Pedro,
mound or
yeah.
Pedro on the, you know what I mean? And I think one of the reasons why it sucked the life out of this rivalry is because of the pitch clock. I think the pitch clock has not done this rivalry a favor.
Really? I never for a second thought of that. That's an awesome take.
I know and it's been researched thoroughly,
That's an awesome take.
that the Yankees-Red Sox games take a long time in the past. I had the privilege of going to a Yankee-Red Sox game with my uncles. Were you at that game?
Yes.
The one where we went home and it was still going on?
Yes.
And A-Rod hit the homer in the 15th?
Yes.
We left at the start of the ninth. And the game was 0-0 until the 15th inning. Okay, the game started at 7:07, and it was like 1:30 when it ended. Or 2 o'clock, and I was watching it.
And I bet the place was still packed. You guys, I'm assuming, were just little.
Yeah, we were younger. I mean, people had started, it was early in the morning then. But, like, it was A.J. Burnett pitching for the Yankees. He was just fantastic in that game. I don't remember who went for the Sox, but 4-hour games were a mainstay of these two teams. Okay? Now, the games are 2 hours and 28 minutes, and there's nothing to get into. Both teams are good enough where it didn't matter how good the teams were. It was always a rivalry. It's like Rangers-Islanders. That rivalry is still alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And it doesn't matter how good or how bad, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always a game where you're like, oh, we have to win this game. And, I think the pitch clock has a lot to do with it.
You might be right. I also think it's not just the Yankees and Red Sox, though. I think it's just baseball in general. And it might be because of the pitch clock, but I just feel like there's none of those guys anymore, like, on the field that have that fierceness. I mean, Manny Machado is still there, but, like, I don't know. None of them really, like, get into it anymore and have all this tension and all that. Like, I don't know. I feel like baseball used to be more physical in a sense.
It was manlier.
And then now with all the, like, player protection and all that stuff, like, it's kind of been taken out of the game.
I agree. I think that tough guy stuff, like where the fans can say whatever they want,
Yeah.
I mean, they're right on top of you.
Sliding into the guy at second base trying to turn his own play.
Right, running over the catcher at home.
Yeah.
The catcher holds onto the ball. Oh my God, he held on, he's out.
You've seen everybody's seen the Posada, I don't know if it was Posada.
Yeah.
Where he's holding the ball up and it was like that.
Yeah, Posada, he got his clock cleared.
Yeah.
And he still had the ball, and he ripped the mask off, and he was
Yeah.
like, I just did that. The Jeter relay, and all those things.
I don't even know last time I seen a guy who charged him out after he gets hit.
That's what I'm saying. Like the last one I can remember was like the Tyler Austin Joe Kelly. And like that was the last spark of the rivalry. And it's like I didn't like Joe Kelly at the time.
Yeah.
But now looking back at it, he's the one where he's like, I think when he was with the Dodgers, he struck somebody else out and they were complaining about the strike and he went like he was like, oh, I'm sorry.
He's a great dad too,
Yeah. I've seen a lot of videos with that.
from what I've seen.
But the thing is like, I was saying this in my other group chat. I don't know if it's just the nostalgia piece because everybody is nostalgic for something, and for me, it's that.
Yeah, but in 20 years, I'm not gonna miss this.
Well, that's what I'm saying is we're always gonna miss that early mid 2000s Yankee Red Sox rivalry where it's like a lot of those games were like. The only way I could put it is. These games don't sting to lose if you're a Yankee fan. Like, the Red Sox took 2 out of 3, and I was like, okay, I don't care. Like, not once was I pissed off that they lost. Like, I can't believe the Yankees blew. Like, no, I don't care.
I think also just not the quality of player have gone down, but I think it was just a perfect storm. Like, that used to be the best sports rivalry. Sports. That was on Sunday night baseball no matter what.
And that was always we still hear it now. If you're a Yankee fan going to Red Sox, oh, don't wear a Yankee hat.
Right.
People don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Don't wear a Red Sox hat in the Bronx. Nobody cares. Like, I don't get it. And it's like, the Red Sox ace comes out, Garrett Crochet, the Yankees light him up. They end up losing that game, but it's like, everybody's like, who cares? Like, nobody's throwing up and in on Judge. Nobody's throwing up and in on Denver. Like, I'm not for hurting people, but, like, throw up and in on guys like Judge. Throw up, like, nobody on either of these teams has balls anymore. Like, that's the only way to put it. It's like,
There's because of the player protection. Because they'll get suspended for games if they do that.
But there's players, the old school players like CeCe didn't care. Somebody threw it.
Get away with it.
Well, no, somebody threw it. Brett Gardner on the Rays. I think it was Gardy. Somebody threw it. Somebody on the Rays. CC came out, retaliated, hit the guy at first pitch. He got thrown out of the game. He missed it was like a $5 million innings bonus by one inning because he got thrown out, and he didn't care.
Yeah.
It's like,
And he said that. He was like, I don't care.
like that's the kind of player you need. We kind of saw it with Soto last year and what he did to the Bronx, but there's no. And it should be marquee players. It's Aaron Judge, it's Rafi Devers, it's Bregman when he's healthy, it's Garrett Crochet. It's like all of these really good players on these teams. You have the young guys coming up for the Yankees. You have the young guys coming up for the Red Sox. Like, it should be hype.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I was an OG on the Yankees team, like one of their older pitchers, like everybody's relatively new, but like if I'm Garrett Cole and I'm pitching, Roman Anthony's gonna come up and his first at bat against me, I am buzzing the tower up and in. Welcome to the Bronx, buddy. Like, that's what I'm doing right away. And it's like nobody does it anymore. And I think player protection has a lot to do with it.
There's no intimidation.
No.
Pedro Martinez, if as much as you hate him, oh my God, as hateable as he was, because he was a Red Sox, he's going up and in. On A-Rod?
But
Jeter?
but
He don't
guess-
care who it is.
But guess what? That rivalry was so good that 10 years later, when he was on the Phillies, and Hideki Matsui took him deep twice, I think it was, in the World Series to win it, that felt so good. Because you're still looking at Pedro, and it's like, oh, I still hate that guy.
And he still hates the Yankees.
And so does David Ortiz. And like you could tell Ortiz hates the Yankees. You could tell A-Rod and Jeter still hate the Red Sox. Like, you don't see that rivalry anymore, and it sucks, man.
Even when they're talking on the panel together, they're sitting next to each other, and you're like, oh my God, there's a lot
Like
of
you
tension.
can see, yeah, like you can see.
That's
the
awesome.
tension.
It's like, yeah, this is what I wanted.
Well, it's like this. I mean, even this. I guess Nikki was kind of right saying like all sports rivalries have kind of gone away, at least baseball, because look at the Braves, dude. I need to know which one of the 98. Jeez, I'm losing my mind. Which one of the 96 or 98 Yankees slept with John Smoltz's wife? Because that dude hates the Yankees, and he holds nothing back when he's broadcasting about how much he hates the Yankees. And it's like, that's what you need, dude. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the nostalgia. I don't know if it's missing guys like Manny. I don't know if it's missing people. But one thing I noticed too is there's a lack of, if the player leaves the Red Sox, a lot of players are likable when they leave the Red Sox.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing before. When Manny left the Red Sox, I hated him in LA. I hated him when he went to the Rays. Even Jacoby, when Jacoby left the Red Sox from the Yankees, I was like, I don't know about this guy. I was right about it. But it's like, you don't have
Kevin
those.
Youkilis.
Yeah, he came to the
Oh
Yankees
my
too.
God. Oh my God, I could not stand him.
But it's like there's so many. He's Greek. Shout out the Greek god of walks. But again, it's like Mookie left the Red Sox, and for all intents and purposes,
I love him.
I should hate Mookie Betts. I love the
Mookie
dude.
Betts.
I love him. Great guy, great player, but back in the day, you look at these great guys, great players, and you're like, there's some about him I still don't like. Jonathan Papelbon, I will never, ever.
Oh my God.
Jason Varitek?
Oh my
Dude,
God.
you could ask Jules, every time we watch a Red Sox game, it's not even Red Sox Yankees, and they pan the camera onto him, I'm like, Varitek's a bitch, he didn't take the mask off every single time. She's like, I'm so
disgusting C on his jersey like an idiot.
She's like, I'm so sick of
Look
hearing
at us,
that.
we're still annoyed with him.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. Nobody's gonna be this mad about Connor Wong. Nobody's gonna be this mad about Anthony Volpe. Like, and I'm sure
he's soft.
And if you go to any Red Sox fan right now, and our age, and you look at them, and you just tell them that Jeter was better than Nomar, they're gonna go off for an hour. No, he wasn't. He was overrated. Nomar was better. It's just because he was on the Yankees, and blah 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 blah. And it's just like, there's none of that anymore, and it sucks.
No, the Red Sox fans like Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I kind of like that guy. No, hate him. You should want him to get hurt every time he runs out.
He should be getting hit by every pitch. Oh man! All right, Nick.
Hold on, before we go.
Oh, you gotta say.
Bob
I
just
do.
robbed the goal.
No, I do want to talk about this game. The game you went to.
Skinner got pulled.
So the game you went
What
to
game?
was Friday, August 7th, 2009. It started at 7:09 local, Yankee Stadium. It was a 5 hour and 33-minute game. You were correct that AJ Burnett
And he
started
went
for the Yankees.
7.1.
I can't. I'm not gonna.
He went 7 1/3 innings of
Okay.
shutout baseball.
Okay. So he started for the Yankees. Josh Beckett.
That's
started
right,
for the Red
Beckett.
Sox.
How about that? Oh wow.
That's insane.
How about Josh
So
Beckett?
the
Hated
lineup,
him.
the lineup again. Here's just I don't know if this is nostalgia or we cared about baseball more. The Yankees lineup: Jeter, Damon. Which shout out Damon. He's the only Thai player ever in the MLB. His mother's from Thailand. Jeter,
That's good.
Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, Rodriguez, Matsui, Jorge Posada, Robinson Cano, Nick Swisher, Melky Cabrera.
Oh my God.
And you look at the Red Sox lineup, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read down the list, and you're gonna be like, I hate this guy.
What?
We didn't win the World Series every year. It's remarkable.
Well, that was the year.
Won it
we
that year.
series.
I know, but like,
So, Red Sox lineup: Ellsbury, Pedroia, Victor Martinez, Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, J.D. Drew, Jason Varitek, Josh Reddick, Nick Green. And it's like you're reading down this list, and you're like, I hate 7 out of those 9 guys. I can't stand them. I like the only people I like on this list. I like Vmart. I don't really know who Nick Green is, and I like J.D. Drew.
Yeah, the good days.
Bring it-
Anthony,
bring
this
it back.
series used to be steak on the grill. Now it's just leftover microwave noodles.
Honestly, it used to be something. That you really wanted. You really looked forward to. Tickets used to be through the roof because that place was packed. Fenway or Yankee Stadium. Now it's like people don't care.
No. All right, Nick, it's your time to shine. Let's talk about Roland Garros.
yes, Alcaraz won, as we know, I believe. You do know. I hope. Over Sinner in the finals.
That's what
In
every girl is
A
talking
fifth
about.
set in the tiebreaker.
The girls at school are talking about him.
Of course they were. There wasn't really much that stood out because it just ended up being a 1 versus 2. But one thing that stood out to me was Zverev, or Zverev, however you want to pronounce it,
Rocket.
had a
Sorry.
had a poor showing. He lost to 60 to Djokovic in the quarterfinals, I believe. And that's a big disappointment for him, but he's doing good right now in the Boss Open. But that's besides the point. He didn't have a good French Open. And also, Ben Shelton got killed by Alcaraz, which was another fun thing I liked because everyone hates Ben Shelton. And it is what it is. But he's so good. He's going to be good as he gets older.
Why does everybody hate him?
He's a serve merchant. He's literally the only thing he has is like a 100 million mile per hour serve. And if he doesn't win on that, then he just loses.
So it's like why people hated Bryson for the longest time because all he did was drive.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's the new generation of tennis players that are coming up and only know how to power serve, and that's it. They don't know how to play the game the right way. But yeah, other than that, Alcaraz, the 2 seed, beat Sinner, the 1 seed, and Sinner's like been miles ahead of everyone else. He has been so impressive. So it's actually such an insane win for Alcaraz, even though it's just a 1 and 2. There's a huge gap between them.
Well, and it was a 5-hour match.
Yeah, 5 hour, 5 sets, tiebreaker, 2 tiebreakers actually. Fourth set.
I mean, that was like 28-3 right there.
Yes.
Yeah, Alcaraz was down 2 sets.
3 tiebreakers actually.
He saved 3 match points, and then he took it 5 hours and 29 minutes. Could you imagine working out for 5 hours and 29 minutes straight?
No.
It is not an easy workout either.
Dude, that's insane. Give me 5 minutes and 29 seconds, and I'm debating.
Dude, I get gassed during doubles. We're talking singles.
Wow.
Professional on clay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is it clay or is it grass?
At the French, I think it's clay.
I mean, and it's as even as it gets.
Yeah.
If it's going on that long.
It's insane.
We're tit for tat here. Tennis is a different animal.
It's one of those sports where I wish it wasn't on so early or so late at night because it's something I can see myself getting into. Seriously getting into it.
Yeah, no, it's actually very fun to watch. Like, I didn't watch it until I went to Hilton Head with my tennis team. That's all we had on TV the whole day, and I was like, this is actually really interesting.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of it. It's like, oh wow, this is dope.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, guys. Grammys Grinders of the Week. We've reached that point in the show.
I will take it away because mine are the 2 seeds from the previous tennis tournaments. From Roland Garros, Coco Gauff and Carlos Alcaraz, who both beat the 1 seed. So congrats to both of them. They had great games, great comebacks. They both were down and came back and won the last set.
Very good. Me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I have an umpire for my Grammys Grinder of the Week. DJ Rayburn botched a call, okay, on a little squiver off the plate, called it a fair ball earlier in the week, and it was, what was interesting about it was that both coaches came out of the dugout, and they were like, what is going on? Because he called it fair, called them in and out, and then he goes, like, foul ball. And it was, who was it? It was the White Sox and the Orioles.
Oh, boy.
2 heavy-hitting teams, very power teams. The only reason I couldn't think of the Orioles is because they had their black jersey on that says Baltimore, and I was trying to think of who that team was. But he immediately corrected himself, and he explained to both coaches that he messed up the call. John Boy did like the lip reading, and he changed his decision to a foul ball, which is cool because there's some accountability there. And umpires are just so notorious for, even if they blatantly miss a call, they're owning the call because they can do no wrong. And DJ Rayburn admitted his mistake on the fly and made the right call as a result. And so he's my Grammys Grinder of the Week.
DJ Rayburn is actually a very good umpire. So I don't know if you know they have umpire scorecards. He's coming in at a 94% accuracy, 93.3% consistent. So we love DJ Rayburn for that. Anyway, we're going to stick with some baseball here. We're going to go to the College World Series. My Grammys Grinder goes to an entire team, the Murray State, I believe it's the Racers basketball team. They upset Duke to make it to Omaha for the Men's College World Series. This is the first time Murray State has ever made it this far for the Men's College World Series. But this is a team, if you look at their stadium, their outfield walls are falling apart. The rubber plastic coating on the padded walls is falling apart. The stuffing is coming out of it. Their coach is also their groundskeeper. He prepares the field, their head groundskeeper. He prepares the field before every game.
Wow, it is falling apart.
This is a team that has a shot to win the Men's College World Series. If that is not grinding it out, I don't know what is. Murray State baseball, you are my Grammys Grinders.
That's excellent. Yes, Nick.
Before you finish, last thing for me is that last week I was informed that we pronounced coach's name wrong, and I would like to redo it. Ancelotti. There you go.
We said Ancelotti.
Yes, Carlo Ancelotti.
The American pronunciation.
Yeah, it's a charcuterie board, not a charcuterie.
Yes, we said Ancelotti.
Yeah, that's the I live in America.
Yes, I know, Dad informed me. That is Ancelotti.
You know what? Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. If it was anybody else. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
Yeah.
All right, do this.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you next video.
And you better do it. You better do it. More people did it this week. Our views were up again this week. So, you go into summer. It happens. The TikToks are flying. And follow us on TikTok at Sports is Back Pod and on Instagram at Sports is Spaghetti Pod. And yeah, thanks for listening and watching. Anthony, take us away.
Alrighty. That's Chris. That's Nikki. That's an empty bowl of Thai noodles. Glazed chicken. Thai glazed chicken.
Glaze. Such glaze.
As always, take care of your loved ones. Antagonize a middle-aged woman on Facebook. And as always, stay full.
4-3 goalers.